Hi, my name is Lori Almond, and my social work profile video is going to be over Whitney Moore Young Jr. Whitney was born July 31st, 1921 in Lincoln Ridge, Kentucky, to educated parents. His father was the president of the Lincoln Institute, and his mother was the first female African-American postmistress. Young attended Kentucky State College, where he was a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. He graduated at the age of 18 to then become a coach and teacher. Between 1942 and 1944, he served in the U.S. Army, where he was promoted to first sergeant. Examining the tension between the white sergeants and black soldiers, Young decided to pursue a career in race relations. On January 2nd, 1944, Young married Margaret Buckner. They later had 2 daughters. Afterwards, he went on to study at the University of Minnesota and earned his master's degree in social work. Following graduation, he began volunteering for the NUL, the National Urban League. In 1950, he became the president of the NUL Omaha, Nebraska branch. In 1951, he became the dean of the School of Social Work of Atlanta University. From 1960 to 1961, while Young studied at Harvard University, he was appointed the executive director of the NUL. At the time Young was elected to be executive director, the NUL's primary focus was helping blacks that migrated from the South to the North find jobs and adjust to northern urban living. He then transformed the focus of the NUL to civil rights, where he encouraged African Americans in the workforce, educational facilities, and on getting better housing. Young came up with what was called the Domestic Marshall Plan, which was a program to eliminate poverty and deprivation. He fought for cities to receive federal assistance to fight social ills facing Black America. Young pressured large corporations such as Ford to hire African Americans and establish programs to the Black community to help lower the high school dropout rate. He kept the public updated on important issues of the NUL by writing a weekly column called The Voice of Black America. Young had many accomplishments throughout his tenure as director of the NUL. He expanded the annual budget from $325,000 to $6.1 billion. He served as an advisor to Presidents Kennedy, Johnson, and Nixon, and published 2 books. One was called To Be Equal, which was written in 1964, and the other was Beyond Racism, Building an Open Society, that was made in 1969. In 1965, he became the president of the National Conference on Social Welfare, and in 1969, he became the head of the National Association of Social Workers Foundation. He was awarded the Medal of Freedom by President Johnson later that year. Young unfortunately died March 11, 1971 in Lagos, Nigeria, where he was swimming. He drowned while he was swimming. 20 years later, in 1993, Young was elected as a NASW social work pioneer. And there my works cited.